coming back to you with a new episode on E&J Unfiltered, and I got my boy here.
What's good? What's good? What's good? We're back. Apologies for the delay in the videos. I feel like I'm apologizing every week, man. We were moving, man, and this move was the most unpleasant move of my life that I will never do again. I promise you that. I will fly somebody to Costa Rica to move my shit before I do it again. But yeah, we back.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. We just gonna touch on a couple little things today. Just mash up a little something, touch on some topics, headlines, and stuff. I mean, you know what it is. Everybody sees social media, everything that's going on. But yeah, we just want to keep y'all informed too about some things that's happening in Costa Rica. So yeah, what we gonna crank up at, man?
Let's start with the visas, man. First, I want to put out there, any of y'all that's thinking about traveling, looking to travel, y'all need to start looking at the countries y'all traveling to and see what their new regulations are. A lot of countries have implemented a mandatory visa for U.S. citizens as well. You know, like how you used to fly to Europe and all that stuff, and you didn't have to get a visa to visit. You need a damn visa now. So, and if you get to the airport and you land and you ain't got no visa, they're gonna turn your ass back around. So, start paying more attention. But back on the visa that y'all probably care about, Costa Rica. So I'm not sure if you guys know about the changes they made late last year when they changed the visas from 90 days to 180 days. But there was always a thing that a lot of confusion about the driving. Because typically, like when it was 90 days and you flew here from the States, you got a 90-day driver's license as well that just, use your U.S. license for. But when they changed the visa to 180 days, the license did not follow suit. So even if you're like one of those people that's consider yourself an expat or you are an expat and you're still making your border run and you decided you're gonna make your border runs twice a year instead of four times a year, you still got to do 4 times a year if you plan on driving. So keep that in mind. But the good news is they're supposed to vote on extending the driver's license from 90 days to 180 days as well, early April. So early this month.
Yeah. So, yeah. So keep that in mind when you come here, and you just don't want to get stopped and get no ticket. And I don't think police. I don't be tripping too hard about this stuff, but
they ain't gonna trip too hard. They might give you a hard time initially, but they really ain't gonna give you too much smoke for it. They might tell you to do a border run or leave the country, come back just so you can drive again, or they'll tell you the Costa Rica license. But
yeah, which it is what it is. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that'd be a good thing because definitely for the people that's waiting that don't have residency yet, you don't, hopefully they make it where hey, you just you doing your border run and leaving the country every 180 days, and that'll be aligned, so you won't have to take extra border runs. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the 180 days because I don't know. I think we got to go back out in May. I think May for ours.
Oh, we're supposed to go back on the 15th of last month. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's fucking be alright. So yeah, man, and just wanted to touch on a little bit too about weather here, man. So as we know, man, climate change and global warming is really a real thing. So regardless of what people are saying, it's real. It's happening and it's affecting every country, every continent around the world. So it's really been hot, and so it's been like a solar thing going on for like at least the last week, or it's probably like week and a half or something. Mm-hmm. So like between 10 and 2, like the UV is like extremely strong, and so they tell you like, hey, stay covered up, either stay in or have an umbrella or something just to keep those UV rays off you, because it can be really dangerous for people that have a really high exposure for that. And it's sad for the people too that got to work outside in the fields, and like coffee and sugar cane and stuff like that, man. Mm-hmm. Like you got to make sure that you protect yourself. But it is affecting this country. Luckily, like rainfall, so rainy season. Did you say it's supposed to come back early?
Yeah. So as far as the weather changes, it has been hotter than usual I think March went on record as the hottest March ever in Costa Rica, and they're saying April will be do the same. But they're also expecting rainy season to start early this year, so they're looking at they're saying it may start mid-April instead of mid-May like it typically does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we even have like, cause usually with this dry season, it's dry season, but we've had rain like up here probably 2 or 3 times in the last, I would say maybe like 3 weeks. And the last time it rained actually was last
A couple of days ago.
Yeah, a couple of days ago. I was about to say last week, but yeah, I think it might have been actually Monday. No, it might have been Tuesday when it actually rained, like in the evening or whatever here, man. And that was like a relief. But, a lot of people here don't have, central air and heat because it's not really something that truly is needed, especially depending on your elevation where you're at. Now, if you're down in the city or you down by the beach, man, like AC is a must. But we were just talking, and they had to go invest in a portable AC unit because it's just been so hot, even with us being up this, on the ridge and the mountain, it's still been extremely hot up here, comparing it to last year. So, it's just like, man, I think people just need to be mindful of their impact on the climate and the environment and stuff like that, and try to do your own part, and not just think about money or convenience and, shit like that, because ultimately everybody experiencing droughts, fires, heavy rain, crazy snow,
just
abnormal weather, and so it's just like, man, like it's not gonna stop. It's only gonna get worse from here, So it's like, for the people, the fucking politicians that just want to take money and don't give a fuck about nobody and deny climate change and everything and keep drilling for oil and gas and all this other stuff, fuck you. And that's what I'll leave my comment at.
Well, it is E&J Unfiltered. Well, like on climate change, we were both working on completing our 3rd year in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
We bought an air conditioner. We never needed one. Like, even today, we're filming you can hear the birds and the dogs in the background. We're filming with the doors and windows open because it's hot. Mm-hmm. So, normally around this time of the day, you might want a light sweater or a hoodie right before sunset to carry with you, but this is, it just don't feel right.
Yeah, it's quite uncomfortable, but hey, it is what it is. We're making the best out of it, so we'll keep it pushing, man, and we just hope things just continue to get better, man. At least Costa Rica in their rainy season, they weren't experiencing a drought like Panama, because Panama's rainy season pretty much is the same time, but they barely got any rain this past rainy season. So yeah, man.
Crazy though if you think about it,
because they only 5-6 hours from here.
It's like a 1 hour flight.
Yeah, and
for them to be so close, and last year Costa Rica got too much rain for rainy season, but Panama right down just like I said, 1 hour flight, and they ain't getting enough rain. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's real crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they've been having to do a lot of stuff with the Panama Canal and try to pump water in there and all kinds of stuff, man. So, it just, whatever. It is what it is, man. So, next topic, what we gonna talk about?
Well, it ain't climate, but it is a hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about, America's favorite bad boy, Diddy, aka the Diddler.
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. And what's going on with him? I read the charges on him. I should have sent the PDF to you. It's a long read, but he ain't beating this, man. He's not beating it. It's like Buddy provided photos and videos upon photos and videos for a 1 year span of being around Diddy. He not getting out.
This is a civil lawsuit, right?
It's a civil lawsuit, but it can be criminal as well because there's assault in play.
Oh yeah.
So it ain't looking good for him. I think Diddy gonna turn state's evidence, man. He ain't got it in him to be shacked up with R. Kelly right now. So
be in there dancing.
I know. Somebody take that, take.
Hey Diddy.
But yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Bro, I just don't know why people are such like sexual deviants. Like just fucking terrors and monsters. Like, bro, like my thing is if that's what you into, it's cool. Like whatever, man. If you're into dudes, cool. If you're into females, cool. If you're into both or whatever, just be your truth, man. Because, bro, I don't get what any, male or female gets out of trying to turn somebody gay or exerting dominance on somebody to, and I don't know, maybe it's just a mindset or, them niggas being crazy or something. But
I have my own opinion on that. I think a lot of the men and women that do sexually assault other people to assert dominance to get some sort of satisfaction, that shit was done to them. So, it's like the whole misery loves company or the damage is, the good type situation. They just want to do whatever was done to them to somebody else to feel some sense of control over their life, is my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what, and I think for Diddy to get Bad Boy Records to where it was, he probably had to be, Diddy, aka Tender Booty, for a moment. Mm-hmm. So you just don't know, and he figured that's how you do it, and he do it to his other artists too.
Yeah, real talk. So yeah, man, I just, the people that have been assaulted by him that have came out or whatever, man, like I just feel sorry for them people because sometimes, man, fame and money will allow you to put yourself in predicaments or, even we know he probably didn't drug people too, and stuff. And it's just like, bro, like, again, it ain't that serious, man. Like, bro, it just throw a party with all the people that's into the same shit that you into instead of just, like trying to turn folks out. But I mean, at the end of the day too, if some of these people were, coherent and, and they knew what it was, and, Meek Mill, I don't know, but,
yeah. And you know what? In a way, I feel bad for Meek Mills because, if that leaked audio is true, he had no say on whether he wanted to come out or stay hidden about it. Somebody did it for him. I don't know. I think they're saying Nicki Minaj released it, but I'm seeing signs that other people may have released it. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I do feel bad for him because he's a victim. If the guy was telling that story for that leaked audio, like they were at a party together, all of a sudden everybody, he said he smoked his own shit and didn't drink. But as the party progressed, everyone just passed out. And, and supposedly Diddy grabbed Meek and took him to the back room. And he was like, what the fuck? But he said he started hearing some noises. So he went to go listen. And, he heard what he heard and decided, let me record this. I don't know if he recorded it for leverage against Diddy or what the deal is. Because, when you're dealing with the devil, you got to have some type of hand to play. So I don't know if that's why he recorded it. But shit's out now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they just keep coming out, man. Like people going to keep coming out telling their truth. I know, sometimes, man, powerful men, when you look at people like Epstein and the other punk ass motherfucker that was in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I forgot who. Damn, I got his
Weinstein.
Yeah,
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
And just, R. Kelly. All of this go on, man. But the thing too, man, is that you try not to put like any type of righteousness on it, but when you look at people like R. Kelly, but then you look at the Harvey Weinsteins and Jeffrey Epsteins and all these other jokers that been abusing men and women and children and teens and stuff for, over 30, 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So you look at Trump. We know Trump, man, he is the master of rape. And he already been convicted of it. And it's just like, bro, like, I don't even want to get into politics, but I just don't know how you can sit there and give somebody a pass for being a sexual deviant,
a
pedophile, and just the stuff that he says about his daughter and like his wives and other women. It's just like, how can you degrade yourself to sit there and say this is the man that I want to lead the world?
Racism.
Yeah, it's
racism,
straight up racism. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, bro, like I don't know, man. Diddy just gonna have to. He been getting away with it for for a long time, but yo, they catching up with him. So hey, he better get a damn good team of lawyers up there, cause
it's time to pay the piper, man.
Yeah, it ain't looking nice for him.
And Diddy did some fucked up shit, but the people that I consider the most fucked up are the ones that knew and helped him keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that I'm like, you something special. You a special type of evil. Cause you helped this motherfucker hide this shit for years and shut down claims and stuff like that so they wouldn't go public. Y'all it's just despicable. Just
yeah. Same thing with R. Kelly. You got all those people that enable the process and the behavior. And it's just just because you can be around somebody for money and fame, or it's just like that ain't worth it to be able to go to sleep at night and then you think about what they did doing to people. Like, bro, that's just greasy, man. It's greasy. But hey, I just want to give a shout out to all the men and women and any and everybody, children that have been assaulted, touched, abused, whatever, verbally, physically, emotionally. Like, man, look, say your truth, stand up in it and let people know what happened to you, man, because that same person that probably did something to you, or I'm not going to say probably, that you claim that they did something to you, you need to put them out there and put them on Front Street, man, because it ain't no place in this world for people that take advantage of people in that in that way, man.
Yes, there is. It's called politics. No, I was being sarcastic. If y'all please understand, I'm being very sarcastic, but I'm also being truthful. Politics and religion. That's what they hide. That's what they hide in plain sight.
Very true. Very, very true, man. So, fuck y'all pedophiles. Fuck y'all that be taking it from anybody without consent or anything like that, man. Like, I'm giving y'all a fuck you. Like, fuck you.
I think we got a cap on fucks we can say before I have to rate the podcast as MA, man. So
all right, wow, okay, all right, well, that's it. But nah, man. But man, for real, like I just hope people come out and just again voice their truth and live in it. And not even, not only just embrace it, because it ain't a lot to embrace, but it's just like get past that trauma. It's too many people walking around with so many traumatic experiences in their life, and to hide that stuff, man, you gotta kind of let that stuff out and let it go, so you can continue to heal and be a better person, to yourself and to the other people, your friends and family, and that's around you.
Yeah.
I think we're a little high, so it's like, all right, we got this delay going on. But yeah, man, so, I think that's really it. What was the next topic we're going to touch on?
It is, oh, Lord, them letting Candace Owens on.
Candace Owens, bruh.
So let me like this. I have no objection to her being on a primarily black show, whatever, being interviewed and them hearing her point of view. My only issue is the show. She very strategically chose them because she knew she wasn't gonna get no pushback. Because she still won't have no interview with Roland Martin. Mm-hmm. So she won't go talk to any black famous show or interviewer that's going to give her some pushback and challenge her beliefs, well, supposed beliefs. I don't think she believes in that shit, man. I think she just selling her soul. But I yeah, I'm just, it's more so, I'm not even mad that she was on the show. I'm just disappointed in the host that pretty much gave her an audience to sway, and especially when her views are seriously skewed. So and I'm just disappointed in their lack of pushback, or at least challenging her beliefs to get her to make her explain why she believes what she believes without trying to spin and pivot the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Because I mean, the thing is too with the Breakfast Club, they'll push back or give some smoke to somebody like a Baby or one of these other rappers or something, but they ain't do the same thing with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you gonna come hard at people, you need to keep it equal and honest throughout it, man. But again, honestly, I don't care what your views are. Like, your views are your views. That's the right that we have in this life. We have a right for choice and everything. But when your views do more negative impact on people and you getting more of a platform, that's my problem, man. Yeah. And can't nobody tell me that what she says is right. Maybe it's certain things that might make sense in the grand scheme of things if she was talking about the totality of human beings.
That's my issue, because you got some, I don't know how to label them. I need to think of a word to call smart people that are simple-minded. There has to be a word for that, because those are the people she cherry picks and go after. I'm not gonna say you're dumb. I'm not gonna say you're an idiot. I will say you may be ignorant to how politics work, but I think her strategy works on people that just take sound bites and run with them without going to investigate and do their own research. Because she does take great topics that affect our community, but she spins them just as good as she takes those topics. Mm-hmm. And people that aren't going to do their own research or consider that her views maybe have an objective, they're going to take what she said and run with it and be like, you know what, I kind of get down with Candace Owens. I support her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Trump did with white America. He got the low IQ or the super simple-minded people that just don't understand politics, and the super gullible, and he spun and spun and spun until he became their new yellow hope. Mm-hmm. Or orange, my bad, orange.
Still spinning it today.
Yeah, selling them bogus-ass Bibles. Man, they better not walk into no church with that Bible. They might catch on fire.
Bruh, that's like when you gotta hawk $60 Bibles, and first your shoes was $400, but then you mark them down to $59 or $69 because really their joints weren't selling. Like, it's just like, man, when can people realize that you are following a straight up snake oil salesman, grifter, low down, dirty shame dog of a human being, and come to the realization like, yo, you can do better. Like,
they're not going to.
They're not. They gone, because it's like now, it's no fact checking. Isn't fact checking. Like, people ain't gonna open books to fact check. All they gonna do is just go to a website or Google it. And it's just like, again, if you used to seeing certain content, it's gonna keep kicking that stuff out to you. So regardless if you trying to find something that's probably neutral or right or whatever, yeah, you probably ain't gonna get it once you go down rabbit holes going to all the right-wing platforms and social media groups and all that stuff, man. But it's pretty sad too. Like, a lot of these older people that's like 60s, 70s mm-hmm. are supporting him, and it's just like, yeah, Russia, fuck yeah, Russia, bruh. Y'all the baby boomers that, bruh, like, y'all fathers and uncles and moms or somebody fought in World War II or Korea War and, all these other wars when y'all know better. You know better. But Nope. It just all your morals and everything go out the window just because Donald Trump.
Here's my view on it. I do agree with that, but I also understand. I have a basic, well, not basic, a decent understanding of human nature, and by default, a lot of us, I ain't gonna just say people, a lot of us don't like to think or try to figure shit out on our own. We rather just be told what to do. And people that live their life by that rule or standard, and you may do it subconsciously and don't even realize it. People like that are easily led in any direction. You just have to find the right string to tug on. Um, like not everyone is made to be a leader. Not everyone's made to be an independent thinker. Some people are just made to be followers, and whatever they latch on to is what they're gonna stick with, and they won't question it. And I think that's what it is. You know, white supremacy has always been at the back door of the U.S. You know, hanging out, waiting to get its, you know, kind of give its marching orders. It's just, you know, until the U.S. is ready to face their racist history and acknowledge it and quit being so fucking thin-skinned and sensitive about it, the U.S. is doomed. You know, you can't run away from your past sins. At some point, you have to turn around and face that shit. And well, that's why we're here. Because I'm like, I don't want to be in the U.S. when I have to turn around and face it. Because I don't think it's gonna be pretty.
You know, this is a powder keg waiting to blow right now, man. And it's just they keep just piling fuel on it. It's like
no, they're kicking it down the line, hoping the next generation to take care of it. But that's what they're doing. They're playing, just kick it down, let them deal with it. I ain't got to deal with it. You know, I made the decisions, but I ain't gonna live long enough to see the repercussions. So let them figure it out when it's their turn.
Yeah,
I think that's the mentality of a lot of politicians, because at that time they just thinking about what can I leave behind for my family. So they're just trying to get money.
That's true. And thing, but it's, you know, again, we kind of go back to it, and it's like, you know, you thinking about yourself and your immediate family, but what about your grandkids? What about your great grandkids? And it's just like they don't think about the repercussions of how far stretching their policies and their thoughts and, you know, everything can reach in negative ways for decades to come, you know. And it's just like, bro, America looks different. America is not minority. Yeah, it's not majority white anymore. It's brown and black and Asian and all other races from around the world. That's what's in America, regardless if you like it, if it's illegal immigrants or if it's legal immigrants, if it's people that's naturalized or U.S. citizens, period. Like, that's just what it's a melting pot of people. But, you know, you got this one block of people over here, this 40 or 50 million people that say, yep. But then, you know, America got over what, 400 million people, 450 million. But then you got, you know, X number of people is a far greater amount that really like, oh, yo, we fuck with him. You know, like, we good. Like, we, you know, we just want people to live, be free, have a good life, and be all right, you know. But, yeah, America, dog, is doomed, man. It's doomed.
It's a sinking ship.
It is.
And like, I was telling my wife, I was like, because we talked about it. And she's like, well, what do you think it's going to take for America to fix the one? I keep saying America. What is it going to take for the United States to get that to be fixed or get their shit together? I was like, the whole fucking thing need to burn down and built from scratch with people that have good intentions, and no more lobbying and fucking governments, and no more giving corporation subsidies and passes and bailouts and all that shit. You know, people start businesses to make money. Let them figure that shit out. If they can't get their own fucking money running their business, sell that shit and let somebody else run it. But it just needs to be built from scratch, like rebuilt without all the hidden racist vocabulary or verbiage used in it that pretty much kept any minority down, especially black people, and kept us from doing well in the U.S. You know, it just needs to be. You can't fix what was already broken from day one.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because I mean, so much stuff that's just been ingrained in the system, you know, since the founding of the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, once you keep making these amendments, and you made the Constitution, and you made all this other stuff, you know, and even laws today, you know, and you look at gerrymandering that's going on, and it happens on both sides. It's Democrats that do it, Republicans that do it. But it's like, look, just be honest. And like, I wish they'd just get rid of the electoral college.
Yeah, that shit got to go.
Like,
but they're not gonna get.
They're not gonna do it because that's their way of trying to keep things equal playing field. Because they know if you go on the overall population vote, Republicans will never win.
They won't even exist anymore.
They won't. Yeah, it'd be a wrap. It's a wrap. So yeah, man. But who knows, bro? But man, I just hope, like, we know it's gonna be downward effects throughout. Ripple effects that happen if America did, come crashing down in the next couple years. Who knows what's gonna happen? But man, I don't know, man. I just hope we got most of our money in colones and not U.S. dollars.
Well, that's why we're trying to diverse now. Like, that's why that's the reason we moved. We're like, you know what? Let's we're living in comfort now. Let's give up some of these luxuries and comforts and live in what we just need.
Mm-hmm.
So we can expedite our plans to purchase land and have it paid off within 8 years. I think that's what we got on our board. 8 years, so that pretty much the goal is so that we're not paying for this land beyond me reaching 55.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to be done with it, everything paid off, and probably have a couple businesses here. And hopefully by then we'll be citizens here as well. Our goal is to cut all our financial ties with the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Dang, man. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I think that's about it. Got anything else?
Yeah, those of y'all that stayed with us through inconsistency, we greatly appreciate you. Anyone that's new, thank you for joining us. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you.
Yeah. Hey, shout out King Palm, man. Look, King Palm, we're going to tag y'all in King Palm. Look, man, we use the products. Awesome products. Send us free stuff. But hey, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Wanted to keep it short, sweet. Hope y'all have a good rest of your week, man. And E&J Unfiltered, we out.
We out.